Hello everyone and welcome to our weekly World of Darkness news show. That was a very exciting week for video game fans of Vampire the Masquerade because we had both things multiplayer related and single player related with Bloodhunt and with Swansong. The alpha for Bloodhunt lasted for 48 hours last weekend, and also we had the new trailer for Swansong shown on Tuesday on Naked Connect, and there was a lot of buzz around it and a lot of things that we've learned this week. So, you know what? Let's check it out, both of these games and also some other news afterwards, one by one, starting with Bloodhunt. So the alpha has ended. This is not the last time that you will be able to play the game before its release. The game is meant to release later this year, but when it comes to any next play times, play tests, so we will be updating you through our social media and here, of course. But there was a possibility to play this game for 48 hours starting from Friday to Sunday. Plenty of community people played it, plenty of streamers, influencers, and there was also no NDA, which means that you could stream it, record it, make screenshots, make clips, and that's why if you've missed this weekend completely, you can go to Twitch, go to YouTube, and check out the videos. Check out your streamers that you like watching, playing this game, and let us know what you think. There was a lot of people playing and enjoying this game, having a blast with either just battling and playing the actual Battle Royale, or with the quests and with the lore and with additional stuff which is specifically there to for either Vampire the Masquerade fans or for people who want to find more about Vampire the Masquerade. I was personally really surprised to see that there was already a quest chain which was implemented in this alpha in particular, starting from Custos, the one of the characters which you can find in Elysium, that was telling you to retrieve one of the items that he wanted to offer to another vampire in the Elysium, to the quest from Maya, to collectibles which you could find around the map, and stories which you could unlock with them. And there was some more lore stuff which was slowly uncovered with this alpha. I'm not sure how much you could actually unlock during this short time of 48 hours. I've unlocked just some, but it was enough to sparkle a lot of curiosity, because a lot of people, fans of Vampire the Masquerade, can remember the concept of Convention of Prague, which of course is mentioned in the lore of Bloodhunt, as the setting is in Prague, but there was also a mention of the second Convention of Prague and the aftermath of that. I wonder if you unlocked more about this particular topic from the game, and if you haven't, I'm going to definitely come back here with more lore bits from Bloodhunt, because this game has a lot of lore going on. Even though the events of it take place only in one night in Prague, there's a lot of historical kindred background in there that wasn't yet explored in the V5 books. So I really hope to bring you more from that. We're going to also talk a little bit more about mechanics and little things that people uncovered during this alpha, but first of all, let's check out the compilation of highlights from the game taken from Twitch. Let's go.
She moves her hand on her back. What the hell?
Yo! Yo!
Oh my god! Alright, we're looking for the art gallery, which is this direction. I heard there was something on the roof. I'm not sure. I am not sure. My roommate is playing the same game, and I hear him screaming, so I have a feeling he just nailed somebody. Because he sounds really happy. Whoops. Alright. I'm in a game, damn it. Hold on.
I fucking did it!
You did it? You got victory?
Yeah!
I'm jealous.
I gotta try Bruja. I gotta try the other classes. And I feel like people are just wanting to go guns blazing. And while that's like all good and well and fun and cool and shit, like the thing is that like in Vampire... wait. Well, what?
So do you like this game? Now you're asking the right questions, if I may quote AI. Yes, I am highly enjoying this game. We've been playing this game for 4 hours and 47 minutes. I have to get off stream in like an hour and some change. I don't want to, because this game is great. And this is the play test. This is the closed alpha test. And I'm already in. And it's gonna be free? Come on! This is lovely.
Die. GG.
Outstar, if you're here, I have a question. And it's one that needs an answer. Why is this rat so big?
I mean, there's so much vitae going on in Prague that, yeah, I guess he just drank some. When a shark, I really want to say a shark, but when a rat or any other famulus drinks vampire blood, they do get bigger and stronger. It's a very good food for them. Don't feed vitae to your animals without having a little bit more space for them, because it's not healthy. Yes, they do grow bigger in size if you feed them consecutively a lot of vampire blood. So anyway, there was a lot of things in these clips that showed you some more stuff about Bloodhunt, which wasn't yet shown before or told before by the developers. Things that we uncovered in the game. One of the things which we've started the whole clip compilation with is the little details in the animations, and holy damn, I love that the most. So when you feed on someone, like one of the animations when you are actually feeding on a passerby, is that they don't know what to do with their hands, and you, in a very sensual gesture, put that hand on your back, which is so sweet and so beautiful. I love it. It's very much of a siren kind of a feeling, but also, you know, a very sensual alley cat. I love that. Another little cool animation, of course, except for Diablerie, which I think everyone saw a lot in the game, and putting a vampire up in the air and just gorging on their blood that is going straight from their neck. Beautiful. But one of the other ones that I personally enjoyed a lot was putting back your downed teammates. And that worked by giving you their blood. So when you have your teammate downed, you actually slit your wrist and you put your wrist to them so they can drink from it. So this is very much on lore, this is very much on brand, and I love that. It's so good. And of course there was a lot of little Easter eggs which people found. Of course there's a shark. Shark is amazing. I love the shark. I was killed by the shark too. That was horrible, but what can you do? There's of course the big rat, but there's also not the stop sign, but there is a one-way kind of a stop sign. So the other stop sign is in the Elysium. You can find it somewhere there. I believe there was also a restaurant called Pisha's something. There is a Camarilla cover in one of the restaurants as a poster in there. People actually are reminding me that yes, there was a stop sign in the Elysium, and there was some other stuff in the game as well that maybe you found. Let me know if you found some little tidbits in there. And of course, a plenty of lore and a plenty of new characters which you've met already in the alpha, but that was just the alpha. It was just a playtest. You will be able to meet them all again and get the experience of meeting them for the first time after release. I cannot wait for the next playtest so we can play it together again. I admit that the game left a hole in my heart after this weekend because it was so fun to play with everyone. And of course we cannot wait for the feature which was not implemented yet in this alpha, and that is friend matches, people playing together. And yeah, as soon as I can play with my friends, I'm going to be all over it and just play it all the time as much as I will have time. I cannot wait for that. Let us know in the comments, what do you think after seeing Bloodhunt on the streams and videos, because ultimately I've made a video about this on my channel if you want to get in depth about why Bloodhunt, why Battle Royale, how does it work, who makes this. There's a lot more information in there. We also made on this channel interview with Martin from Shark Mob a few months ago. You can check it out. And there's a lot of things explained in there. We're going to go back to this, but ultimately this is very much of a Vampire the Masquerade canon game with tons of lore which you can explore that very well corresponds with V5. So yeah, cannot wait for you to discover more about it. And in the meantime, let's jump to single player experience. Vampire the Masquerade Swansong was a highlight of Nakon Connect event on Tuesday, the digital event that was showing various trailers and highlights of the games published by Nakon. Swansong is specifically developed by Big Bad Wolf studio, which worked earlier on The Council. If you haven't played The Council yet, check it out because Swansong is very much of a similar game, just a little bit bigger in scope. It's kind of like a next step after The Council for the developers. So it is a 3D narrative RPG seen from the perspective of three protagonists: Leisha, the Malkavian, Galeb, the Ventru, and Emem, the Toreador. And as much as we've seen Leisha's trailer a few weeks back, Galeb is the next character trailer that we've received, which kind of suggests you probably pretty well of what's going to come next. But as for now, let's check out Galeb.
When did life become so cheap? Have we always been so fragile? I have lived many lifetimes. I've watched empires rise and fall. I've played politics. I've fallen in love and stood by as love died. And what do I have to show for it? Nothing. I am eternal. You are not. But rest assured, the end I gift you is a greater mercy than having to exist for yet another damn night.
One more thing revealed which wasn't shown in this particular trailer was the release date, which is February 2022. We can't wait for you to check out more about Swansong. There were some questions about, hey, can Galeb actually walk in the sun? That could be explained in a few ways. Either it was a flashback to his past when he was still human, maybe he has some insane fortitude, or Golconda. I do not really think that Golconda is something that he really looks like having. He seems to act very much differently. But yeah, you may speculate, of course, on what the hell is going on with that sun. Anyway, Galeb Ventru is one of the playable characters in Vampire the Masquerade Swansong, and I've seen a lot of people that were very happy about this trailer, particularly because Galeb and Galeb. But I wonder what you will think about Emem, and after seeing all the free trailers, so what are you going to pick as your favorite protagonist for Swansong? Definitely there's going to be a way to explore this game by all three of them. They're all going to be ingrained in the story, so you will be switching in between them as you go. But yeah, I think different perspectives are going to paint a very interesting image of Boston, the in-game city. All right, and now let's go to more internal news about World of Darkness as our team. Hi, so this time I have an announcement to make, which I've made earlier, a little bit earlier on our social media profiles, and that is that we have a new opening for a job. And this is, I think, a very good place to put it on, because it is meant for people from our community who know a lot about it and who are creating cool stuff about it, who are nurturing cool communities around them, and who want to do that with us. We are looking for a new community ambassador particular on the freelance, so someone who is going to work remotely, fully from any other place in the world. It doesn't have to be Sweden, doesn't have to be European Union, it can be anywhere, and working part-time very closely with me in order to create a healthy and inclusive community for World of Darkness. If you want to apply for this job, check out Paradox job portal, and please keep in mind to apply this week, because we've already received over 100 applications, and we have a lot to go through, and tons of amazing people who have applied. But yeah, don't fret it, just apply and throw your stuff at us. I remember back in the days when I applied for my job, I also thought that I'm maybe not qualified, maybe they would want someone completely different, maybe they would want someone that actually at the time worked in the game industry. I had a break after I worked in the game industry, then I moved into influencing and video making and YouTube, Twitch and stuff like that. But I applied and here I am. It's been a really fun job and a really great team. So yeah, if you want to work very closely with me and Jason Carl on creating the inclusive and nice community for World of Darkness all around social media, check out the requirements for the job and apply. So yeah, cannot wait to see more of you applying and get through that. See you there. And the last news for today, we are not fully actually concluding our Pride Month, because Pride Month celebrations happen all year for World of Darkness, but a part of it, the project that we've run through June, is now concluded. We did 12 in-character interviews with our community members, or actually with their characters, that we've posted on World of Darkness Instagram, World of Darkness Stories Facebook, and WOD Stories Tumblr. And basically how it worked is at the beginning of June, I asked people to send short bios of their characters, in which they said who their characters are, what clan they are, what is their background, and how do they in particular belong to the LGBTQ community, because we particularly wanted to, for this month, find characters like these. And I reached out to these players. I've made in-character interviews with them. I asked them in character about their unlife, what is the hardest thing about their unlife, do they believe in love after death, and other very interesting questions. And I got many beautiful answers, which I've compiled into stories, and you can read all of them on our Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr. There's so much wonderful stuff in there. People who are role-playing in so many different ways. Some are focusing very much on relationships with another character, and they are very much based on this inter-character relationship, from which a lot of stories stem. The others are a little bit more bitter. They do not believe in having true connections anymore after death. And there are just plenty of different stories coming from very different backgrounds, and I really hope that you will enjoy them. If you haven't read them yet, check them out, because I'm so happy about this project. There was so much stuff going on. Right now we're going to go back for a while to posting our official stories on World of Darkness Stories project, but this may happen again in the future. If you like that concept, if you like the idea, liked reading it, and would like to participate as well, let us know, because yeah, we would love to have that happen in the future as well, and interview more of your characters. That was really fun. So yeah, that's it for this month and Pride, but the Pride channel from our Discord is not disappearing. There was a lot of people who wanted it to stay. It was extremely wholesome, tons of cool vibes, and people hanging out and exchanging their stories about role-playing in the World of Darkness, and how it's made them be able to be themselves for at least either the first time, or explore the sides of ourselves, which back in the days maybe we fully didn't understand. And it's beautiful. It's a really cool place to chat about it, and with people that are going to understand. And we are capturing this place, we are keeping it, and it now changed the name to Pride the Chattening out of the Discord's submission. People wanted to rename it this way, and I think it was a wonderful idea. So Pride the Chattening is open on our Discord. It's not going to go anywhere, and anyone can go there to write your stories, to post your characters, and just meme and just have fun. So yeah, discord.gg/World of Darkness if you want to discover all of our conversational rooms, including Pride the Chattening. As for now, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for joining us, and don't get lost in the night. If you are watching us on Twitch, there's still going to be a Q&A session after this news part, and you'll be able to ask more questions, hang out in the chat. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can watch this live on Twitch every Thursday. And yeah, I'm going to see you next week. See ya.